Did a group use assemblies at public schools to lure kids and their parents to a religious event at a high school gym to try to convert them? That's what some people claim tonight, and they claim it was also underhanded. News 13's Amanda Goodman has the story. Amanda?
Dick, the Rio Rancho School Board paid the faith-based group to come here and put on anti-bullying assembles in the schools, which they did. But what happened next has some parents upset.
They were all excited, they wanted to go. It was free.
This Rio Rancho grandmother, who we'll call Rachel, asked us not to identify her. She says last night she attended an event at Cleveland High School, much like this one. It was put on by the Future Champions of America, a faith-based nonprofit group that rented out the school's gym.
A sheep in wolf clothing. That's what I felt like.
According to the flyers, it was going to be a night of Showtime basketball, entertainment, door prizes, and food. There was no mention of religion, but she says about halfway through the event, they got a heavy dose of it, starting with a story much like this one.
The decision that I had made as a 10-year-old boy to accept the payment that Jesus made on the cross of Calvary for me.
From there, Rachel says this man, Freddie Reed, the CEO of Future Champions of America, was introduced and started preaching.
He quoted the scripture, John 3:16.
Parents learned of the event after their kids attended assemblies put on by the same faith-based organization at their schools this week.
Anti-bullying, anti-drug, showing respect, tolerance, civility, all of the good values that we're trying to promote in our schools. It's strictly a non-religious type of a thing.
It was at those assemblies, though, that the students were given the flyers advertising Thursday night's event at the high school. Rachel and other parents say it was an underhanded move by Future Champions of America to lure them to a religious revival.
I mean, they used our children. That's the way it felt. They tricked our children.
Rio Rancho Schools says it has received a number of calls from concerned parents. A spokesperson told News 13 they did not know last night's event would be a religious one.
Do you also feel that you were duped like some of these parents feel?
Let's just say it wasn't what we expected.
Jason Gibbons, known as White Shadow, is a Showtime basketball player. He's the one that puts on the assemblies for the organization at the school and took the lead at last night's event. He denies any trickery.
I hate to think that anybody would come away from any one of our events, feeling like they were misled or feeling like they didn't feel good about what happened there.
After the event was over, the group handed out New Testaments to some of the older kids. They also handed out different flyers, which encouraged people to go to a service at a local Baptist church on Sunday. Dick?
Okay, Amanda, the school district says its reference checks did not show that the group preached religion, even though it does advertise itself as faith-based. The school board spent about $12,000 to bring the group here for more than 20 assemblies at its schools.